Hello po. Good evening. Ayan. Hi, Miss Yen. Thank you. Aga. Hi, Miss Yen. Thank you. Aga. Ayos yan. Ikain mo na lang ako, Miss Yen. Hi, Len. Wow, thank you for joining. Ayan, Miss Karen, welcome. Thank you po. So we'll start in few minutes kasi ano naman eh. I know the others will just come in kapag available na sila. We'll start in 2 minutes para marami tayong ma-discuss. Kasi last time medyo mahaba-haba yung pag-aantay natin. Alright. Pwede pa tayo magtagalog kasi konti pa lang. Yan, welcome po. Nakaka-excite. Actually, as I was preparing yung material, sabi ko, kulang pa rin yung session. But we need to take a break after this. Tingnan natin if we still have time to do more sessions in the future. Mr. Town Channel, hi. This is our live stream for our online workshop. Welcome. Yan, we are acknowledging all those who are already here. Yan. Si Miss Yen. Yan. Also, Miss Len. Thank you. Miss Karen. Thank you guys for all the support. Yun, Mr. Town channel. Yep. And by the way, if you miss something or if you want to go back to this workshop and watch it again, so you can always visit our YouTube channel, that's Best Life Qatar, and you can just simply watch the whole session. So we have our part 1 last week, and now we're continuing our part 2. All right, so as promised, so we are on our part 2. Thank you very much and welcome to those who are already online, and for those who are watching the review or this session again. So we would like to welcome you all. So this is the part 2 of our online workshop, Social Media for Business, and yeah, we are very excited and very thankful to everyone who actually signified their intent and support for this project, for this program. And we are just very delighted to share with you whatever knowledge that I have and I've gathered through my journey as a blogger here in Qatar. So we are very honored to be given an opportunity and a platform to talk to you, to share with you everything. And in the process, we're also gaining more friends, and that's what's really matters. So, all right. Okay, so I'll be starting because you know very well that you can review it afterwards. So last week, our part 1. Okay, we discussed all these things. First things first, I know that I've mentioned this is not a business seminar, but of course, we couldn't help but really lay down some foundation for our discussions. And there goes our purpose, our audience, and our brand. So we have to define all these things. So part 2, we have the social media platforms, and we have so many available social media platforms. And you know, what we really can recommend is for you to go to 1, 2, or maximum of 3 social media platform that you are well versed, that you are more comfortable with, and probably where most of your markets are in. So I think that's very important. And we dived into 2 of the most popular social media platforms, which are Facebook and Instagram, and we we discussed very lightly some posting techniques, and I hope that you got some of that. We will dwell on it as we go on with this session, and the social media for business and some of the etiquettes. Yeah, so for today, as promised, this will be the topics that I will be discussing: the ethics on social media posting. I know that social media is free. You can post anytime, you can post anything, but there is still like an unwritten ethics that we need to follow. Okay, so we will also be discussing how to promote and collaborate, and probably for some of you who are already into business, so this could also help you because there are a lot of strategies where you can actually promote and collaborate with probably fellow brand or with content creators. So we will discuss that also for tonight, and how to increase engagement. So if you have certain posts that are not garnering more likes or more engagement, then we will try to see what's wrong, what happened, and then other social media features. So we will also be discussing that and more tips. So yeah, I'm also all right. Okay, so I'm also recording this for my vlog. So I will be posting clips of our online session. So please watch out for that very, very soon. So that's why I'm having like my camera set up here. So let's just see. All right. Yay. Okay. So yeah, so it's very exciting, and we have a lot of things to discuss for tonight, and I hope that you are ready. If you are ready, so can you just comment ready? Okay, because we will be, going through our sessions very quickly. Yeah, and welcome to those who are joining in, and to those who are watching this replay. So welcome to all of you. All right. So let's discuss. By the way, I might not be able to see your comments like as in real time because the system that we are using, the program that we are using, there's actually like a few seconds delay. So that is the reason why we're just going to go back to some of the comments that I missed during part one, and I hope that you will allow me some time. So from Mr. Majdi, he was here last week. I hope that he's also here tonight. So yeah, if you are here, Mr. Majdi, so just say hi and comment. Okay, so he mentioned you can make your own logo and get away of all the risks. So you remember we are discussing about branding and logos, and I actually shared my story on how I was able to come up with my first logo, wherein I used a particular logo, and only to realize that I might get sued. So yeah, it is really very, very safe to make your logo from scratch. And I've mentioned to you several apps that could help you. Like there are brand generators and logo generators available online, and it's free, and they can help you come up with a good design. And of course, aside from that, you just have to constantly search on Google, on the internet, for possible similarities of your logo. So it's also good to be safe. Okay, so that's the comment of Mr. Manchdi. And aside from that, there's a comment also from Mama Nortours. Telegram's trending now too. I think it is during the time that we are discussing the social media platforms. It's also the same with Sir Edu, Telegram and Discord as well. And for those of you who are not yet familiar with these two, Telegram and Discord are like WhatsApp, Messenger. So there are two new platforms that you can actually use. But I would want to make this session as basic, as simple as possible. So since not most of us are actually using that for now, so that's why I did not include it in the main discussion. But you can freely explore Telegram and Discord. These are two of the widely used in different countries already. So you can use that, and you can download that. And if most of your friends and your contacts are there, you can freely utilize this platform as well. All right. So some of the other comments from Mama Nurtures also. Okay, I like this. When do you know if you need to build your website as well? Given that, all right. So probably I'll just show also. Sorry. Okay. Sorry for that. Okay. So these are some of the comments. Earlier, I was actually discussing about the other comments, but I was not able to share. So this is the Telegram and Discord. And now, when do you know if you need to build your website as well, given that you have IG and FB as your platform already? So this is some of the frequently asked questions. So when do you actually decide to build your website? Okay, my answer to that is it depends on the need. So depends on your business. Does your business really need a website? basically, if you have your website, it will be something that will help you document more of your products. So, like for example, if you're a content creator, if you are actually a restaurateur and you want to like have a fixed um, platform where you can download all your menus, your the features of your restaurant, then you can actually have a website. But my take on that is it's also very time consuming when you are maintaining your website or your blog, for that matter. Even if the other question could be, when do you actually go to YouTube or other social media platforms? If you still have time, at the end of the day, our main purpose here is our business, okay? And that social media platforms are just tools for us to reach our goal of targeting our markets and eventually getting sales. So if you still have time, and if you feel like there's still like this overflowing ideas within you that you want to really curate more than Instagram and Facebook, because there are a lot of things that you cannot post on Facebook. There are a lot of things that very limited to post on Instagram. So, like if you want to have like a blog review, a detailed review of products, a detailed description of products, there are so only certain limitations on Instagram and Facebook. And if you want to have that on your own blog, then you can always do that as well. Okay, so my answer to that would be it depends on you. If you still have time, sometimes you might also need to invest on web hosting and web designs. So things like that. You still have to consider all those things as well. Previously, I'm using the free WordPress option. But then because I've already consumed, the limit in terms of posting photos, I really needed to have like my own, domain and subscribe to that so that I would be able to have like an unlimited access um, to downloading photos, so all these things. All right. The good thing about maintaining a website is that instead of posting on Facebook, on Instagram, posting on your website or on your blog will really help you become more searchable. Most of us are searching for anything on Google. And if, for example, you want to search on particular thing, like best Filipino restaurant in Qatar, it's difficult for your Instagram post or for your Facebook post to land in the top searches. It will never go up there. What will go there are basically websites or web entries, and if you have a blog on that, then it will go up. And if it's really very popular, then it will become the most searchable item for that particular category. So that's it. And maintaining a website will actually make you more searchable and make more of your content become accessible to other people. But of course, when you have Instagram, it's also good because you can actually post a lot of photos. But after a year, after more than 2 years, it will be difficult for you to search on what you have been posting for the last or for example last December, last September. And that's the reason why you are noticing this on Facebook and Instagram, that they have like moments. Is that moment wherein they remind you of what was your post same period last year or last time. Okay, so yeah, let's continue. And there are also like another comment, might as well consider LinkedIn, Sir Zeke, as a social media platform for B2B. As I mentioned earlier, because many of our readers, or many of the people who are watching this live stream, they're still new and they're still wanting to learn the basics. So probably we would be discussing more about this more advanced social media platforms in the coming days. But in the meantime, yeah, you can actually use that, especially for business, you're familiar with LinkedIn. If you are doing like an online CV, you are actually using LinkedIn. All right. And yeah, what are the best apps? Welcome, Miss Emma. So, what are the best apps for editing photos? So, I think I was able to answer that, but very quickly, I just want to share with you. These are my must-haves. So, yeah, my must-haves for and this is my actual screen. So, I would like to share with you some of my must-haves, and these are I have photo editing apps, and that includes like my Snapseed, my HDR, my VCSO, my Lightroom, but mostly I'm using Snapseed. And probably along the way, I will be discussing a little bit about this. I'm also having like some poster cover photo editor, because like for example me, I'm doing blog, I'm also uploading video or vlogs on YouTube, so I have to do cover photos and I use Canva for that. So if you want like to make posters for your promotions, for your announcements, you can probably consider Canva. I'm also using Post Scheduler app. So, and that's the reason why some people are asking me, "Are you still working?" Because we can see you, always online every time. So, yeah, I am working, but because I have scheduler, I can actually post. I can actually schedule it like on my desired time. Okay, so yeah, and I'm using Planoli. What else? I'm using basically Planoli, but I have other options when I feel like I want to explore more on the designs. So I also have like a Story Maker app. I mentioned to you last time that for most of our posts, I mean, you're posting on your feed. Feed means on your Facebook wall, on your Instagram feed, no. But nowadays the name of the game is really beefing up on your story, because there's a lot of people who are browsing on stories, and that's why you have to make your story more creative, more engaging, and probably these story maker apps can help you, like I'm using Mojo and Unfold. So there are a lot of other story maker apps, but these are the two that I'm actually using. For Mojo, because if you want to make a moving collage of your stories, but if you just want a simple story, you can use Unfold. Later, I will be making an example of that. Repost app, because it's also very important. Like, for example, if there are brands who wanted me to repost on their particular promotions or postings, then I can have this repost. And you can see in our screen, there's a blue and red repost. So I actually use any of them. So Repost app. If you are joining most of our contests, that's really very helpful for you, because most of the time the requirement is for you to repost, okay, and share it. It's very easy, so that's why you just need to explore it, okay. And lastly, because I'm using a DSLR phone, sorry, a DSLR camera, I need to transfer um, photos from my DSLR camera to my phone, and I needed to have this Nikon app, a Snap Bridge, so I can download it easily. And it's Bluetooth, very easy. You don't need, you don't need connections, connectors. You only need a good Wi-Fi. All right. So that's it. That's my must-haves. But I'm only recommending this. I mean, if you want to have all this, and I'm putting it all together in one folder, I call it, edit. Okay. All right. So this is a sample of Snapseed. And if you will see on the lower part, you can actually download a particular photo and just choose like what kind of color or preset color you like. And that's very easy. And you can save and upload immediately. So that's very easy. That's why I like Snapseed, because it doesn't have to be very, it's not very difficult to learn, and it's user friendly. Okay. This is Canva. So if you're doing poster, so There's a lot of designs that you can actually choose. Like if you want an Instagram post, but you need to edit on something, like you want to put some titles or captions, you can actually make logos here. You can make cards, birthday cards. You can make announcements. Canva, especially for business owners, can be very, very helpful. You just need to download all these apps and save it on your phone. It will come very handy when you needed it. All right. So, and for the stories, this is one of the most basic that I'm using. So, this is Unfold. So, it's not moving, unlike Mujo. So, yeah, you can just use it. It will create your story more engaging, pleasing to the eyes. There's actually like a storyline also. So, and you can add some text. All right. So, yeah, most of the time I mix match. Like for today, I will use Unfold. For tomorrow's story, I will use Mojo. So something like that. So it will not appear boring and it will still be very interesting. All right. So I hope that everyone is still with me. Yon. All right. So let's proceed. So for our part 1 tonight, so ethics on social media posting. So we'll just go through, you know, we will just go through with our topic for tonight. Unless you some of you still have questions, you can just message me, comment on this chat box, and then I will get back to you later. As I finish the discussions, we will be trying to answer all of your questions. So ethics on social media posting. So number one, definitely when you post photos, you have to be very respectful. Respectful with the type of content. I know you know what I mean. Like of course, it's open to everybody. Social media can be accessed even by children, so it has to be decent and probably it will you know it will not be taken good by other people. So you have to that photo should be something that will also reflect your personality and the positive side that you want to show to other people. Your photo should be able to tell stories. I just would want to highlight that I noticed some of the posts and it doesn't have like it doesn't have like a free flowing story with your post. You just post any way you like. So at least like create a story. Like what are you trying to project for this season? What are you trying to promote for this period? So tell a story. Even if you're taking photos, you just don't take a particular item like as it is. Create a good background. Take it or take a photo with good lighting. Take a photo of your product with something that will also show details of the ingredients and all. So something like that. Very basic. I've learned so much when I joined the photography group here in Qatar. It taught me a lot about basics in photography, and that's probably the reason why at least I understand the rule of thirds. Can you see me? Sorry. Okay. All right. So sorry, guys. So there was an internet connection problem. I was told. I'm not sure if Len could also confirm if you are having internet connection problem here in Mansura area. My wife actually. I asked my wife to call Uridu just to make sure, and they confirmed that um, there's there's something wrong with the connection here in Mansura, so that's why we might have a problem. So that happened. I'm supposed to tell you at least in the middle of this discussion, but anyway, yeah. Can you just say hi? Sorry. I know this is unforgivable, but we will do our best not to happen, not to um, not to have internet connection problem in the future. So yeah, we'll fix that during the Eid break, and we will see some options. Yeah. So can you just say hi to me if you are still hearing me so I can proceed and yeah, go to my next slide. Yeah. Miss Emma, is that your go signal? Miss Karen? Yeah. Yeah, thank you. So I was discussing about, yeah. Hi, Miss Cindy. We were just discussing about some of the ethics on social media posting. So we're done with photos and we'll proceed. So captions, all right? So captions should have a storyline in the same way that your photo should speak for itself. Um, they as they say, even with photos, without captions, then you're already delivering some message to your audience. But your captions would make it even more defined, more clear to your audience. What are you trying to tell them? Like if you're posting a particular product, then your captions would probably show some of the details. Okay, but it has to have like a storyline. Don't just post and uh, do your one liner like order now and your telephone number. So at least just say something about the photos. All right, with captions and probably even with photos, if you are taking photos or captions coming from another source, it would always be necessary, it would always be professional for you to give credit to where credit is due. So you always mention like the source of your information, especially if it is captioned. Like for example, I'm always doing this. If I'm taking the entire caption from a particular blog, and then I would credit it by linking the blog site, or even if he or she is on Instagram, I would credit him by tagging him on that particular post. So that's basic ethics on social media posting. So, we just have to be very familiar with this. Okay, as we go along, okay, tagging and sharing. Okay, guys, I don't mean to offend anybody when I'm discussing it. It does not pertain to a particular person, particular group, or whoever. This is very general, and I want to share with you some ideas. So when you're tagging or you're sharing, I know that you wanted to, drive or capture the attention of people. That's why you are tagging us. You are tagging people. You are tagging Facebook groups. You keep on sharing your post on our walls. It's actually good. It's good in a way that, okay, if you feel that this will help, but at the end of the day, you just have to be conscious of the other person. Okay, is it relevant? Like you're sharing to me posts that maybe are not relevant to my brand. If you're trying to tag Best Life Qatar, or you're trying to share it on the wall of Best Life Qatar, although you cannot do that, I set it on private. That no, I'm not allowing share because I want to curate and maintain that all the posts in my Facebook page would only be those that I posted personally, because I wanted to maintain it. It's not like it's not a public Facebook group. So it's a private Facebook page. So that's why I can do that. So relevant. So you just share on groups that actually serve the same purpose. Like if you're selling food, or if you're an online seller, you just share it to groups that also allow sharing of products or other items that are on sale online. So you just don't tag anybody, you just don't share to any walls, that might be annoying, that might feel very disturbing, especially if you have your notification off. Every time that you do that, people will be disturbed. So you just have to do it very, very, you know, um, cautiously, and you have to also bear in mind the person you are tagging. Okay. What I do is most of the time I ask permission. Okay, I ask permission to the Facebook groups. Hello, my name is Zik. I'm the blogger of Best Life Qatar. I'm asking for your permission. Is it okay for me to share some of my posts? I usually release my blogs every Thursdays, and I have videos every Sundays. So let me know if it is okay, and let me know what are your restrictions. So, and then they will reply to you, and then you will know their guidelines as well. So you just have to follow. So asking permission is also okay. Even if you tag your friends, so is it okay for me to tag you on some of my posts, because I need really, all your support. So things like that. All right. We know this. We feel this, that sometimes a lot of people are tagging us, you know, for so many things, and we just need to bear in mind that sometimes it can be a bit annoying. Okay. And number four, repost. Okay, when you want to repost a particular post, like for example, if you want to repost some of my posts supporting small businesses, okay, it is also very good when you credit the owner of that particular photo, and that's the reason why when you are using the Repost app, it automatically shares the name of the origin. Okay, like for example, Repost at sign Best Life Qatar. So things like that. So because it's really very important. If you might get into trouble if some of your repost doesn't have credits, because that's the only thing that these people are asking from you. And um, taking these beautiful photos, creating good captions, creating stories are not something that you do very easily. And to be given credit for what you have done is also very, very good feeling. And it's some of the accomplishments that it is more than money. And just being recognized that they share it from you. Okay, so when you repost, also tag the originator or the original owner of the particular content. Okay, so these are four of the basic ethics, and I hope that you are learning from this, because this is unwritten rules. Though there are also ethics that is being written on the terms and conditions of Instagram and Facebook, but probably most of us didn't actually read that. But of course, this is very basic. That earlier I was discussing about your photos being very decent. No, you have to follow. There are community rules that you have to follow. If you are joining these free platforms like Facebook and Instagram, even on YouTube, they have like the terms, their community guidelines that you cannot do or cannot say or cannot upload on your particular YouTube, and you can be banned. All right. All right. So things to avoid. All right. These are just continuation of the ethics on social media posting. So things to avoid when you are posting on social media, please. This is very basic. Things to avoid: negative or derogatory content, and that's I think very basic. It will show people about your personality. That's why we have to be very, very careful, especially for content creators. I really would like to advise that even if you are very angry, very upset, very disappointed of what happened, I know that you can always use social media as a platform to, make your frustrations known to so many people. But at the end of the day, other people will, will have a bad impression about it. So, and at the same time, we don't know the whole story. You don't know what really happened, and we're only looking at your point of view, and probably that would be unfair to the other party. So things like that, and we know that on Facebook, and that's the reason why there's a lot of negativities on Facebook. People are using these social media platforms to, to say anything, to show everything, and we just have to, um, bear this in mind. Okay, negative or derogatory content, if you're actually a business owner, it is very, very important that you watch out for your words. You just have to, tame your tongue. Okay, that's very basic. As human being, you just have to tame your tongue. It will not cost you anything to just overlook offense of other people. It will actually give, you will be given credit for that if you do that. All right. So number two, overly promotional contents. Okay, Zeke, we are doing social media for business, and why are you saying all overly promotional contents? Um, your readers, although they know that you are already posting to promote your products, there might come a time that they might be, they might get too tired of looking at your post. If it will always be like, buy, order now, order now, order now. Okay, so we just need to create a balance wherein we are selling products, we're telling stories, we're showing so many things. All right, not salesy. I mentioned that during our part one. All right. So there's a question here. Okay. Is it okay to repost from someone you don't follow but tag him to give credit? First, check if, because you're not following them, check if it is possible for you to repost, because there might be some restrictions. But if you are able to repost, definitely it is very important that you give them credit. We also have to make sure that when we are reposting a particular photo and you're trying to change some of the captions, it's still relevant, because maybe his or her photos, his or her videos might be taken into a different perspective. So, you know what I mean. What I'm trying to say is, if you're saying the same storyline, then it's okay. And always, yeah, make it a habit to tag the originator. All right. Okay, let's continue. Okay, things to avoid. Okay, I'm also very guilty about this, and I'm very thankful for some of you, for many of you who are actually messaging me if I'm having like this problem. Number three, post with spelling or grammatical mistakes. And this is the reason why a lot of photographers that I know, a lot of videographers that I know, doesn't want to, do Instagram. They don't want to post so many things because they couldn't create a good caption. And I'm telling you, practice makes perfect. And as you go along, there are a lot of things that probably you can consider. All sometimes my suggestion is that if you cannot, you cannot create your own content, probably just take a snippet of, or uh, get some lines from a particular blog or a particular reference, and then just credit them. Like if you're getting some lines from Wikipedia, and then just put the source Wikipedia, so something like that. So at least you will be a bit safe already. Just make sure that your source is reliable, that your source is, really giving accurate information. So yeah, and some of the things that could probably help us, including me, to avoid spelling mistakes, grammatical mistakes, is really to schedule your post. When you schedule your post, your captions will be prepared ahead. Okay, so like for example, if you're posting for tomorrow, you're scheduling it for tomorrow, then you could probably create your caption now, read like 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, get someone to reread it for you. okay, so that at least someone can proofread what you are doing, and then that could avoid the possible spelling or grammatical mistakes. Okay, so but because we are trying to, look professional, and we have to really try to avoid it. Although, even I think if you are already like 5 years or 10 years, there will still have times when you will have spelling mistakes if you are, especially if you are in a hurry. I know because I'm following a lot of influential bloggers here in Qatar. I can still see that they have this problems, but not as much as I do. you know and yeah, let's just practice, continue to create contents. You probably just want to make captions and save it in words or in on emails, and then read it, and then probably make it ready anytime that you have a particular post, so something like that. So being prepared and doing it ahead of time, not in a hurry, will actually avoid some mistakes. Okay, number four, hashtag staff content. Okay, like for example, if you are posting photo, and okay, Zeke mentioned in our last session that hashtag will actually make my post very popular. Then I would probably post the photo, and then use 30 maximum hashtags on Instagram. So, but it will make your post popular. But at the end of the day, if you're continuously doing the same thing over and over again, then probably it will bore your audience as well. All right. So at least make it very interesting. Your caption will actually help it become more interesting. Okay. Things to avoid if you are posting brand inconsistent content. So you remember at the beginning of our session one, we discussed define your brand. So every time that we are having sessions, we remind this that okay, what is your brand? What is your product all about? Okay, and you only post um, anything that is related to your product. Okay, one thing more that I could probably share with you, because this is just very casual conversation. When you're trying to post, okay, when you're trying to post on a particular, for example, when you're running out of ideas, and when you're, for example, you don't have any new products available, you can actually post something that is also related, coming from another source, but is related to your product. Like for example, products, pastry products, and then probably you came across one article that features a famous baker. Then you can actually repost that. You can feature that on your Instagram or on your Facebook, and still it is in line with your product line, but not actually your own post. And that will save you from those times that you don't have content, you were not able to take photos of your product, you don't have anything. So think of anything that is related, okay, to your brand, and you can actually incorporate that in your feed. So things to avoid brand inconsistent content: if you are doing food and you're trying to upload something else, okay, your audience might get confused. All right. So that's it. Things to avoid. Okay. We are down to our next topic. And this is actually like your, okay, reality versus expectation. Let me just try to share a screen. Okay. So that at least you will be able to. Okay, sorry. I think because I lost connection earlier. So these are things that I'm trying to discuss earlier. Okay. So next we have this, and we are now on our part two: ethics on product placement. Earlier posting, now product placement. Okay. With your business, it is also very important that you deliver what you promise. Okay, and that's the reason why our cover is reality versus expectation. Okay, there are a lot of photos that look seemingly very, very interesting, very attractive, very colorful. Okay, with regards to your brand, with regards to your particular product, you have to really deliver what you are promising. Okay, remember when you define your brand, it is really very important that you stick to a particular concept of your product. And that's the reason why every time that we are featuring a product, what we want to show are the exact product that possible buyers will actually get also. Okay, we don't want it beautifully wrapped. We don't want it like, okay, because Zeke is going to buy it, then I will wrap it. I will put it in a very beautiful paper bag. That's actually good. We don't have problem with that. But that's the reason why we're also asking people who are sending us PR kits or samples, are this the same that the regular customers will also receive? So that we will be featuring, or we will have a disclaimer like, okay, except for this particular tags or this particular basket, it doesn't go with your usual product. All right. So deliver what you promise, because the power of social media. Okay, a lot of people can easily take photos of your product, and they will show this is the advertisement, and what actually purchased is a different thing, and we can see that on social media. All right. Although we have mentioned earlier, these are things that you are not supposed to post on social media, but you cannot actually control other people. What we can control only is ourselves. All right. Ethics on product placement. You guys, if you have questions, just comment in the chat box, and then I will get into that as I discuss. Okay, so deliver on time. Okay, especially in this period of home delivery, this will really be very, very useful reminder to everybody. So deliver on time, because that will show your commitment to your client. Um, like for example, if you're trying to wait for your dinner and you have given them like the delivery period will be from 6 to 10. So I don't know if it is okay for you to expect your customer to really wait for that long for their dinner. So you have to really make an effort to deliver your product on a timely manner. Okay. Yeah, that's it. And next, okay, promotion and collaboration. Okay, so yeah, this is our part 3 already. How to promote and how to collaborate with bloggers, influencers, and possibly even other brand. Is there an idea or concept like that? Is it possible? Yes, it is. Okay, how do you promote or collaborate? Okay, target marketing. Make sure that when you are trying to collaborate with someone, when you are trying to collaborate with an influencer, a blogger, a particular brand, or a particular organization, you want to partner with them. Are you targeting a market that they also serve? Are you targeting the same group of people, or are you targeting the market that me as a blogger are also targeting? So, like for example, me, I'm targeting families because I'm a daddy blogger and we are featuring lifestyle here in Qatar. So is your product in line with the target market that or in line with my audience for my blogs, for all my other social media contents? So that's how you promote, that's how you collaborate. When you pick when you choose a particular partner or collaborator, you have to make sure that they are also like targeting the same group of people for your product. Okay. Number 2, is this particular blogger or influencer have a sphere of influence? Like check on their numbers. It will help, no? I'm not trying to say that okay, you have to be very selective. I'm trying to say you need help. And of course, when you look for bloggers, you look for influencers, you have to look for numbers. And for us, it's really very challenging, and that's the reason why we really have to do all our efforts so that we will also increase our followers. We will increase our engagement in such a way that brands will also consider us for for their promotions later on. So because that's very important, for example, if someone is having like 1,000, 100,000, or 1 million followers or subscribers, that means when they post, immediately like a big number of people will immediately see this post. So and that's the purpose of it. Okay, so and that's the reason why some of the businesses are tapping on bloggers or influencers with that sphere of influence. So you look for numbers, you also look for their portfolio, you also look for how often do they post, how beautiful their posts are, how engaging their posts are. So it's not only about numbers, because if it is only about numbers, then I wouldn't have collaborations during my first year as a blogger. But some of the brands that I came to know um, is appreciating the kind of work that I'm doing. So, and that's the reason why even with less number, they feel that my engagement with real followers, with people who are actually based here in Qatar. So these are the things that they also need from their brand. So yeah, so whatever you need as a brand, you have to look for it in that blogger or influencer or even fellow brand that you want to collaborate with. Okay, are you in sync? Okay, next, how to promote or how to collaborate. This is actually very basic in social media. No, some of the brands are sending PR kits and product samples. Okay, when you say PR kits, these are being sent along with product descriptions. Like for example, PR press release, and when you send PR kit, okay, with particular arrangement that you have already agreed with the blogger or with the influencer, this PR kit, okay, will be reviewed and eventually will get featured on their blog, on their videos, or on their social media. And that's one way of making press release or making your product be known to the market as detailed as possible, because you are actually giving them complete information. And that's the reason why most of the PR kits that we receive contains a lot of this information. Sometimes PR kits would also contain different kind of products, so that it will also show possible users or possible buyers that there are options as well. So something like that. Like for example, if you are a pharmaceutical company and you want me to make a blog out of all your products, then you can send a PR kit with all these details, with all different kinds of products, and then we will create the content out of that. If you have seen our latest blog, we had a collaboration with Papa John's, and you know, because we love the brand and we're actually purchasing these products as well. It's very easy for us to really create a good content, like instead of just posting, because we saw that there are a lot of other bloggers that they contacted for that particular time, and then they also featured or posted on their social media the same papadillas. So I thought of another content, and we did like a homemade commercial, so that at least my post would stand out, will be different, will be engaging, and would show my side of creativity, my creative side in doing content. So things like that, and that will make my brand, with that will make the client happy as well. So yeah, product samples on the other hand, like you give a product, and then as this in the same way that you are going to deliver it to actual buyers or to actual users. So that's why you have to make sure that the packaging will be the same um, as the ones that the actual users or the actual buyers will also receive. Unlike in the PR kit, then you can have a glamorous, a very presentable packaging, because you also want to impress this influencers. Okay, so you can actually tap influencers to Send out your product samples, PR kits, but of course with all so many considerations. Okay, like are they targeting the same market? They have that sphere of influence. Do they have good portfolio? Do they post a lot? Do they engage with their followers? People who will actually help your brand, people who will actually make your product more or easily available, or the information will become easily available to more people. Okay, all right. This is another question. Why my posts aren't getting any likes? Okay. I'm almost about to give up when I'm just starting, especially on Instagram, because I couldn't get the numbers right. I'm only getting like 10 likes. Oh, why do I think I have a better photo than the others, but they're getting more likes. But how come I don't have as much like that this photo deserves? So I have that questions as well. So I pity myself, and that's actually wrong. So but I came to realize that there are a lot of factors that I could have considered during that time. And some of it we've already discussed, like timing, um, how often do I post, frequency. I might be annoying my audience, something like that. Even the quality of photos. Maybe for me it looks good, but considering the taste of my readers, my followers, maybe it's actually not that good. So I have to consider a lot of things. But why some posts aren't getting any likes? So probably this could also help. So part 4, how to increase your engagement. When you say engagement in social media, it doesn't only relate to likes. Okay, engagement means how attractive your photo in such a way that you actually got the attention of your readers. That they will come to like the post, they will come to comment on that post. They like that post so much that they will even share it, even without promotion, even without the giveaways. Okay, and they got enticed with that post that they will even buy that product. So that's how powerful, or that, how engaging that post was. Okay, so number 1, of course, timing and frequency. We've discussed that already, but just to reiterate, timing. Okay, you have to consider your golden hour. What was in the previous post? What time of the day are you usually posting with the most number of likes? So probably that is the time of the day when most of your audience are actually awake or ready to engage. So frequency. I suggested to you that at most you can only post like maximum three times a day. Though it could vary, but you just have to be very sensitive. Okay, consider your audience. Okay, always. All right. So, and that's the reason why probably you don't have likes, because you're posting in the wee hours of the night. Okay. So, and you're posting so much. Okay, like every hour you're posting. Or probably you're posting the same photos. Okay, with different angles only. Okay, and that's not very engaging already. Okay. Number 2, well, of course, as I've mentioned earlier, you will have more likes if you're posting a lot of good photos, quality photos. So that's why if you are really using social media, it's very important that we also invest on a good phone, at least a good phone. I mean, I'm not saying expensive phone, but you have to invest on a good phone that can give you quality photos, clear photos. Okay. Some of the things that could probably help is that, especially if you're taking photos on low light environment, you could use another phone and you can use torch or that light, that flashlight feature of our phone, to at least uh, help create a good image. Photography is all about good lighting. And when you're using when you're taking photos with good lighting, then that will really make your photo very, very good. Yeah, we're just saying hi to Zen Yaku. hello, welcome. Yeah. And aside from that, engaging captions will also help increase your engagement. Okay. So what do I mean by engaging captions? Um, it's not only like creating a long narrative, a long description, but engaging captions in such a way that probably at the end of your caption, you will ask them to do something. Okay? So, like for example, you're posting a breakfast sample, a breakfast sampler. Okay? Excuse me. Okay, so probably at the end of your caption or somewhere along your captions, you could probably ask them questions like, what is your breakfast now? What are you having now for breakfast? So people will actually engage and comment. Okay, so something like that. So you might want to consider that asking questions. Okay, so okay, I'm watching Netflix right now. So what are you watching right now? So that will actually um, engage or help your engagement for that particular post. Okay, so timing, frequency, good photos, engaging captions, that will help you increase your engagement. Number three, of course, we know this already, use of relevant hashtags. Previously, I only mentioned use hashtag, but now I'm inserting this very important term, relevant hashtag. When you're having photos, make sure that all these hashtags are actually relevant to a post. You know that there are very popular hashtags, okay, but it is not relevant to your post. You're posting about food, and there's a particular hashtag that is very popular, like travel the world, hashtag travel the world, because you've seen that in one particular post and that really boosted the popularity of the photo or the post. But you cannot do that on something that is not related to that particular hashtag. Okay, use only relevant hashtag. If you're posting on food, um, that's why you have to stretch out your creativity. Think of words that will actually describe. Okay, because hashtag is also like a continuation or an extension of your caption. If you run out of words and you want to make use of your hashtags as a description for your particular post, you can do that. Okay, so just make sure that it is relevant. Okay, use relevant hashtags. Number four, engage with other pages, engage with other contents by using shout outs or features. Okay, to increase your engagement, okay, sometimes you need help. Okay, and when I say you need help, so probably, and that's the reason why there are collaborations, and you feature some popular some popular personalities, or some popular contents that will actually draw the attention of your readers. So okay, you can feature them. Like for example, you want to highlight on a popular chef. I mentioned that earlier. So probably this chef who also have their own followers will come and take a look at your post. And if you're having a vlog, um, you're having a collaboration, and you have invited him or her for that video, then his followers or her follower can actually visit your channel, visit your platform, and that will increase your engagement. Okay, I hope that you're getting me there. Okay, feature, okay, or shout outs, like for example, you might want to actually help other fellow businessmen. You feature their products on your feed, and their followers will also come and follow you because they are being tagged. And probably, like for example, if you feature me on your post, at least some of those who actually know my channel will also visit your page, and then that will help increase, hopefully, okay, the popularity or the engagement of your post. Okay, so that's how some of the tips on how to increase your engagement. Okay, next, call to action. I already mentioned that earlier. You encourage response from your readers. Okay, so you ask questions. So that's call to action. Another call to action is, you could probably just don't, if you're selling a particular product, okay, don't just leave things hanging. Okay, at the end of the day, your target is to sell. So you might as well contact me on this number. If you want to order or if you want to book in advance. Okay, you have to get all these informations ready. I'm actually noticing that there are posts that makes it very difficult or very challenging for us regular readers to see or to get in touch with sellers. They don't have contact numbers, so that's why this information should really come very handy in your captions. So call to action, order now, so something like that. Okay, so or book in advance, so especially if you have schedules when you are delivering. Okay. Number seven, target the right followers. Okay. I know that a lot of you might be getting frustrated because you don't have that much followers, and that's the reason why sometimes you even tend to invite people who are not living from Qatar or staying in other areas. It could help draw popularity of your post, but this is not the right audience for us, especially for your product. You might get more likes, but you don't get that much sales. So target the right followers. We are targeting people from Qatar, so make sure that most of your followers, definitely not all your followers, because some of your friends from your country will definitely follow you, but most of your follower should be targeted for Qatar based, because you're selling products and you're selling products here in Qatar, and you should be selling for people here in Qatar. So target the right followers. Okay. Um, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that, but I hope that we are using social media as a tool and not a goal, and we shouldn't be so preoccupied with getting more followers or getting all these numbers, making us or pushing us to resort into something that is you know not very ethical. So I couldn't say much details, but there are things that people do that are not actually good, but just to be popular. But at the end of the day, it will not help you with your engagement, with the actual sales that you want to generate, because these are not real. So just don't engage into that. Okay, the right people will come, and when you just post good contents, when you just post with your heart with it, shown in your captions, people will love you for that. And you know just I know it will take some time. Okay, just don't give up. Time will come, we will reach our goals, and then every time that you post, as in like 10 minutes, you will have more engagement. In the next 10 minutes, you will have calls already. Okay, someone already ordering food from you. All right, because you are targeting the right followers. Next, what's in it for me? Every time that you post, okay, we always have to consider our consumer, our readers, the people behind this screen, the one who is looking at these photos. What's in it for them? Okay, what do they get out of this photo? So, and that's the reason why every time that I conduct a workshop, I'm always reiterating them about the purpose. And our purpose, like for example, for content creators, should always be should always revolve in this three. It could either be an informative post, or it could be an entertaining post, or an inspiring post. Okay, so we always have to think of that. And for you, okay, are you delivering the expectations of your audience? What's in it for them? So if you want to give information, so make all these details readily available. If you want them to purchase your product, okay, because why do you want them to purchase this product? It's good for them. Probably like highlight on the health benefits, probably highlight on because it's the staple food for Filipinos, and probably it's not yet available here in Qatar, and this is the very first time that it is being offered, and I'm the very first one to offer it to you. So something that people will actually get interested in. So because you're answering this question, what's in it for me? Okay. Okay, next, maximize the free use of social media in your business. Okay, more tips. We're actually ending it. Okay, more tips. Okay, shareable contents from Instagram to FB page. So, especially with your post or with your story. And I will be making a sample here because this is also one of the questions that are being given to us in our previous session. So, how to share your content from Instagram to Facebook? Remember, guys, that I'm suggesting to you if I'm going to choose two social media platforms that to use, I would really suggest for you to use Instagram and Facebook. Okay, capitalize on these two, and you have probably like a good presence on social media already. Okay, how do you share? So from Instagram, how do you share your post to Facebook? Okay, all right. So I'm not sure if you're seeing this, but let me make it a bit bigger. Okay, if you have a post, okay, look at the three dots. Okay, opposite your logo, there are three dots. There's Best Life Qatar, and there are three dots there at the opposite end. Okay, when you click that, these options, okay, will show post to other apps, copy link, share to, archive, edit, delete, or turn off commenting. So there are options wherein you can actually explore later on. But if you want to share it on Facebook, okay, one of the best ways to share the exact content with the caption automatically in place. Okay, click this post to other apps, and it will direct you, and it will copy the same post to your Facebook page. Okay, guys, provided your Instagram is set on business and you link your FB page. Okay, so you have to do that. You have to review the settings of your Facebook page. You have to link that to your business Instagram. Okay, so that it will be possible. All right, so, okay, let me just show one question here. Okay, from Miss Emma. Do you think it's more challenging to reach that goal in Qatar than other countries? I'm not sure which one in particular, Miss Emma. Is it about getting more followers earlier? um, if it is about the numbers, like getting more likes, getting more followers, I can say it is really very challenging. Okay, it is really very challenging because like we only have that much population here in Qatar, and given our percentage of possible likers for our post, then it's definitely small. Okay, so but if you consider like the population back home, like from where we came from, okay, wherein there are millions of people, there would possibly be more likers. But the thing is, we have to be careful not to get overshadowed by this um, so-called popularity, but these likers are actually not going to help you in your business. So we have to strike the right balance wherein, okay, I have more likes, but am I getting into my target market? Okay, we are thankful for those that are not within our market and they're still liking our post. We are thankful. We're not saying don't like. Okay, we are thankful to them, but at least a good percentage of that number of likes or number of engagement should be coming from our target audience. Okay, I would be very happy when if more than 50, 60, or 70% of my likes will be coming from Qatar. So meaning to say, I can proudly say that to my brand. If, for example, I would be collaborating with a particular brand, I have this much like, and this much like is 70% of that are coming from Qatar. Of course, I still have from Philippines, I still have from other countries, from India, my friends from another country. Okay, but most of my likers are from Qatar. Okay, so if I will be posting on something, it's sure that it will target Qatar-based readers. Okay, so especially for us who are into business, that will be very helpful, and that is really very important. Okay, first things first, our followers, we should be targeting followers who are based in Qatar. We should be targeting people to see our posts that are based where we are right now, where the products are available. It will help us eventually. Okay? All right. So when you post to other apps, it will show like this. All right. remember that when you're posting on Instagram, it will be posted like a carousel. So you have to swipe left so that you will see all the photos. I think up to maximum of 10 photos. And then you will see at the bottom of that photo, there are dots. So it means that you can actually swipe left and see the other photos. Okay. When you share it on your Facebook page, it will not look like a carousel, but it will be shown like an album. The usual Facebook photo album, wherein like there will be four main squares, and then if there are more than four photos, and then it will be like, if you will see this plus two, so because you have posted total of 6 photos. So but that's how it will look like in Facebook page. It will even show the exact caption, even up to the hashtags. Everything will be shared. Okay, when you are having when you're sharing it on your Facebook page, you will actually see here like this yellow graph, okay, yellow bar, okay, the engagement or the reach of that post. How many people have seen it so far? Okay, that is very helpful for us, content creators, businessmen. You know, that's how you will know that at least you're already like 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people have already seen your post. Even if you only have like 10 likes, 20 likes, but it is already shown in 5,000 or 1,000 with 1,000 people, then I think it's okay. Okay, so that is if you post to other apps. There's another option wherein you share. So earlier, right, post to other apps, and then 3 layers down, you have the option share to. When you click that option, share to, this will appear, and the only thing is that it cannot be shared on your Facebook page. It will only be shared on your personal Facebook feed. Okay, so that's the difference. All right. But when you share it to other media, like when you want to share that caption to your email, you want to send it by messenger to another person, then you can also click share. Okay? So see, it's only shareable on your personal Facebook. Okay. And when you share it in your personal Facebook, the entire caption will not be copied. So you have to make or create another caption, or you have to cut and paste it again. Okay. So that's it. It will be shared like a link, not a post. Okay. Compared to earlier. Okay, more tips. Number 2, how to schedule posts on Facebook page. I'm supposed to do that earlier, but if you are maintaining a Facebook page, okay, you will have this option, okay, down below. Before you publish, you have an option to schedule, okay, and that's the reason why you can have the caption now, post the photo now, and then have it posted the following day, or even if you want to post it on Sunday. The beauty of scheduling is that, like for example, you have the available material and you want to, it's a greeting for Eid al-Adha. So, and you want to post it, like for example, on Thursday. So, but the material is ready now. So you can actually post it right now and schedule it for Thursday posting. So even if you become busy on Thursday, so that post will automatically be uploaded, okay, on that particular time that you set it. Okay, schedule. This is only possible with Facebook page. Okay, all right. Okay, so must have, especially if you're in social media. Okay, I couldn't reiterate this more time. Social media, playing in social media, it's really very time consuming. It will show your commitment to delivering quality information, quality service to your target audience or to your customers. Okay, what is the best time? Okay, after cooking, probably like after you eat, then you visit your social media. Okay, probably that's the best time for you to answer inquiries, to to engage, to like other pages as well, to like other posts. Okay, so you have to set a time. Like I'm always doing it, like probably every so often that I will engage or I will like other posts, I would probably spend like 15 to 30 minutes just liking, commenting on other posts. It's very important. It will be very helpful if you have a post and you're also liking other people's posts. Okay, if you want to increase your likes, your comments, do it to other creators as well. Do it to other business as well. Okay, it will come back to you. Okay, try it, and when you try it, you will see the difference. If you post and leave your post and let people like it on their own, you will not really generate as much likes, as much engagement as you want. But if you post it and immediately go to other people's post, like it, comment there, and then they will get back to your post. Because not most of the time your post will be highlighted by Instagram. And there's a term they call Instagram algorithm. And even Facebook is having that already. Okay, are you familiar with Instagram algorithm? Can you type yes or algorithm? Type algorithm if you're familiar. Okay, as I'm having a quick break. Can you type algorithm if you're familiar? Oh, Korean. In Korea, when they sip on their cup, they actually do this gesture. It's not soju, it's only water. You know my health situation right now. I couldn't drink um, coffee or soda anymore. Okay, so it's not. It seems like there's nobody who's familiar with Instagram algorithm. Instagram algorithm says within the next um, 15 seconds or maybe 2 to 3 minutes of your posting, okay, if your post doesn't generate the required likes or engagement, then it will not be shown to many people. Okay, again, for example, I'm posting on something. Okay, I posted on that baked sushi last night. Okay, in the next first few minutes of posting, I should be able to generate likes already. People should already engage in my post. And that's the reason why timing and your golden hour is very important. You know that your audience is available during this time because it's dinner time. Then you have to post on this particular time, and then you will be able to generate, because otherwise it will not be shown to more people. And that's how algorithm works. It's actually very confusing, but when you come to understand it, okay, you have to make sure that a lot of people are already engaging on your post on the first few minutes of posting, okay, so that it will be shown to more people. Okay, anyway, later on you will come to understand that. Okay, all right. Miss Emma, can you message me what exactly you want to clear? So at least I will be able to clear it up to you just before we end our session tonight. Okay? So let's go back to our discussion. Time and commitment. You just have to devote a certain time, because in social media, um, you have to at least sit down, engage with people. You build relationship even with your customers. When you are able to um, create a relationship, you're actually building like loyal customers, readers turn buyers. Okay, so that will happen also. Okay, must-haves. You have to have a lot of ideas. You have to have a lot of beautiful ideas. Okay, and that's why nowadays it's not about skills, but it's the willingness to learn. Okay, I'm not sure if you agree with that, but when you venture into business, you have to have like very creative ideas, very ingenious ideas on how to market your products, different ways of how to present your products, different concepts of launching your new items or your new products. Okay, you don't necessarily have to copy what others are doing, but you take their best practices and insert or inject your own personality into it. All right. There's a lot of ideas. And how you gain all these ideas? Okay. If you're a content creator, read more blogs, watch more YouTube, okay, videos. If you're a seller, an online seller, probably you browse on other pages how they're doing it. We've already discussed it the last time. Competition. Don't succumb to competition. Consider them good references. Okay. So yeah, check other references. Read books. Okay, probably watch videos on how other successful entrepreneurs are doing it. And it's not really copying when you get like a certain idea or concept, but there's still your personality into it. Okay, it's not about the skills but the willingness to learn. It's really like the time not only in engaging but also of continuous learning. Okay, not only on social media but even improving your product, the quality of your product, the packaging, okay, how it will appear to your or appear and appeal to your customers. Okay, number 5, vision. And we're actually ending. Okay, yeah, because you have to have vision, like how far do you see this business of yours? Are you looking at it in a long term, on a long term basis, or you're just here to try it out? Vision. Without a vision, people are doomed to wander aimlessly. Without even it is even written like without vision, people perish. Okay, so yeah, it's the lack of vision that sometimes we wander from one brand to another, like we don't really know what our personality is, what our blog personality is, our brand personality is. We are sometimes dessert, sometimes we become main dish, and sometimes we become everything. Okay, so we have to envision, we have to think think forward, like how do you see this business going? Okay, how do you see this blog? How do you see your photography business? How where it will lead you? So what is that picture of your future? Okay, right? So yeah, that's it. All right. So I hope that you learned something from this session, and I'm really hoping that you are going to implement whatever we have discussed. And I'm open to questions right now. So just before we end, we'll probably pick up some of your questions, and yeah, I will be answering it one by one. Are there questions so far? All right. Yeah, thank you, Miss Emma. So I hope that I was able to address that earlier. All right. So are there other questions? Okay. For those of you who are also watching this replay, you can actually comment down below this video your questions, and I will be able to. I'll try my best to answer all those questions. Others are feeling shy to comment on the video, and what they did is to send me private messages. It's also okay, but at least when you try to comment on the video itself, your questions and my answer will also help other people. Okay, so that they don't have to ask the same question as well. So if you have questions, just simply comment in the video, because after this it will automatically be posted on our YouTube channel, and then later you can comment. Okay, but at least now we can have like an interaction. You can ask your questions anytime. There's just a log, so that's why sometimes you have already typed your question, but I am still not seeing it because of the log. But I'm trying to refresh it every now and then. So do you have other questions? At least let's devote another 5 minutes for that. So we will be ending. All right. I would also want to credit some of my friends. I would like to thank McCoy, Travel with McCoy. So follow him on all social media platforms. He's a fellow blogger, and he's actually the one who introduced me to live streaming. And yeah, he helped me a lot in setting this up, and I'm very thankful because Without him, the old me is not actually very familiar with all this technology. And yeah, thank you, McCoy. Travel with McCoy. So yeah, and of course, Tin, yeah, Kitten. Okay, she also helped me a lot with how my PowerPoint will work properly. So yeah, Kitten Bartolome. So thank you very much. Shout out to you guys, McCoy and Kitten. So as we are waiting for some of the questions, I think I have a shy audience tonight. Okay, but because I'm sure some of you, I actually asked some of my friends. They are watching it on TV, and we're not actually able to ask questions because they're on the TV monitor. So it's also okay, no problem, no problem with that. You can send me questions or reply to this video afterwards. So yeah, so that's it for tonight, and I'm very thankful for every one of you who joined me on this uh, very informative, and I hope that I was able to deliver. Ako talaga yung nag-claim ng informative. Um, I hope that this session was able to help you gain basic insights on social media. And I'm always here. Like if you have some further questions, you can send me private message if you feel like doing that. Okay, but if you want to help other readers as well, you can comment down below, and then I will try to answer all your questions. Yeah, I have a question here. When you started your Instagram account, okay, was there a remarkable thing you did that increased your followers? Do you think it is pushy to privately message your friends to follow you? Actually, that's some of the tricks. Okay, probably some of my fellow content creators will agree. I mean, like, all of us did that. We ask our families, we ask our dear friends, okay, please like our Facebook page. I think that's very normal. And you just do it in a way that you will not be, so annoying. That's why what we do is that so that we will not be tagged, okay, you just ask favor whenever you need us, but then you just don't say hi if you don't. Okay, so I mean, like you start with conversation. You start with something like probably ask them how are you. So yeah, and then that's building relationship or rekindling relationship if that person was not in touch with you for a long period of time. So just start with that. Just start with something highs and hellos. Okay, and then probably at the end, okay, by the way, I also have this Facebook page. I'm also having this Instagram page. You might want to follow so that you will see what's going on with our life, with our business, because I'm selling this and that here in Qatar. So yeah, that's it. So that's one of the strategy. Okay, some of the remarkable thing, what really helped me to increase my followers, my number of followers, is that a lot of brands helped me or provided like giveaways for me. Fortunately, and very blessed that I did not have to ask for this brand to help me. But most of the brands that you would probably see on my social media are the ones who approached me, and meh. And probably for that I'm very very thankful. Yun. Um, the first brand who actually approached me for this collaboration is that um, Costa Coffee. Yeah, Costa Coffee was the very first brand who helped me. They actually trying to help and support new content creators during that time, and they tapped me. And that's the time that I was able to meet Mama Baba Ganoush of I Love Qatar, and I was able to meet the CEOs of leading newspapers here in Qatar, and that's the reason why I got featured also there. you know, Costa Coffee provided giveaways or prizes for my first competition, online competition. And when you do online competition, you actually can request your followers to like, share, subscribe. Okay, so all these things. Okay, you can ask your followers to do that in exchange for a chance to win these giveaway products. So yeah, these giveaways will actually help you even if you are a brand. you can run your own online contest, which we did on the first part of our session. You can actually do that, and it will help you gain more followers. Okay, so probably that's one of the most remarkable thing that happened and that boosted my numbers. Okay, and of course, when you constantly upload good content, when you constantly, when you're being true to your brand, when a lot of people are really believing in what you are showing them, people will come to follow you. Okay, probably some of the tips that I can also share with you is that you can also share your post. Okay, you can also share your post on other pages. Okay, but of course, as I mentioned earlier, you can just ask permission if you can do so, if you can share your post. Okay, so that a lot of people or more people can see that. Yeah, welcome, Mama Norcures, of course. Yeah, you can always click the replay button afterwards. Afterwards. Yeah, thank you, Yen. All right. So, any more questions? Any other questions? All right. If you don't have other questions, I would like to end this session by saying thank you very much once again for all your support, for everyone who stayed up to this point of the live stream. I hope that you gain some insights that will be helpful for your business. If you're a content creator that had inspired you to do more contents, if you're a photographer, that will information that actually that will help you market yourself, your portfolio, your services to more people. So thank you very much, and yeah, I will be seeing more of you in our next live stream. I will be announcing the next activities in the very near future. But since we're approaching Eid al-Adha, so I would like to greet everyone Eid Mubarak, and yeah, we will be having a long break, and take time to enjoy this time with your family. Take this opportunity to market your products, because a lot of people will be craving for more as they also enjoy their break. Will be needing more food at home. So yeah, take this time. Everyone is at home and not doing anything, so yeah, this is our opportunity. So again, thank you very much. This is again Zeke of Best Life Qatar. Thank you for trusting me, and thank you for staying with me up to the end of this live stream. We'll see you again next time. Bye.